this will be your first assignment to work toward your literary analysis essay. Um, I know that lots of times we like to write at the last minute. I personally am great at procrastination, but the research shows that students who outline their essays, even if they don't exactly stick to their outlines, do better on their final draft of their essay than students who do not. So it's really important that you really put the time and energy into outlining your essay. The more work you do up front, the better your essay will be when you submit it. So I really want you to put time and effort in. Additionally, because of the nature of this course, with it being a 6-week term, I will not have the opportunity to review your rough drafts because there's a week from the outline being due to the final draft being due. There's just not time to submit rough drafts unless you schedule a conference with me and then get feedback from either a peer or from me. So to make sure you're getting robust feedback on your outline, make sure you're putting the work into your outline to make sure that it's strong and that you have really thought about your essay. Again, the more work you put in here, the better off you'll be. So to complete your outline, you are going to do a few things. So let's look at first that outline template. So you will download this outline template and then you will complete each thing. Because of the way that this is showing on my screen, we're missing a little bit of pieces here, but that's okay. So first it says copy and paste the topic you chose here. So you will go back to the literary analysis essay page where all the topics are, and you are going to scroll down to where it says essay topic options, and you are simply just going to copy and paste the one you are choosing to write about. That's all that's being asked of you here. Then the next thing you will do is go into writing your thesis statement. So let me get back to where we're at. Okay, so you'll copy and paste your topic here. Then the first thing I'm asking you for is your thesis statement. Now, you may recall from Comp 1 that your thesis statement is generally going to appear as the final sentence, one sentence, of your introductory paragraph. Right now, I'm not asking you for your introductory paragraph. If you want to write your full paragraph, that's fine. All I want on your outline is your thesis statement. You need to do the work now to try to write a strong thesis statement, but understand that this is what is called a working thesis. What you put on your outline is not necessarily the absolute best form that it should be in a final draft. You are going to wordsmith. You are going to make changes that make sense. You will make changes based on the feedback I provide to you on this assignment. So just because you write it here doesn't mean that it should end up in your final draft of your paper, but some form of it likely will. So you'll have your thesis statement. Then I've divided up each of the body paragraphs for you. Per the assignment instructions, you're required 4 body paragraphs. I provided you room for 5 body paragraphs. You may need 5 paragraphs. If you don't, just delete this out. What you will do here is provide your topic sentence for your paragraph. Remember, your topic sentence should show a clear connection to your thesis statement and provide an analytical point that you plan to prove in the paragraph. It should not be a statement of fact. So if I were writing about the story Snow, I wouldn't write in my topic sentence, the story Snow is about a woman reminiscing on a previous relationship. That's a statement of fact. I would want to make sure it was more analytical. Something like this. The narrator in Snow's memories of the past are impacting how she feels about love long term. Then I might set up to prove that in my body paragraph. So you'll give it a topic sentence, and then I want your evidence. When I say evidence, I mean what quotes from the story are you using to provide evidence of the point that you plan to make in that paragraph. All you will have to do here is copy and paste in the quotes that you plan to use. You are only required 2 pieces of evidence per paragraph, but if you need a third, you may use a third. If you don't need C, just delete it. Some students choose to go ahead and try to explain that evidence here. You are welcome to do that, or you can wait and save that for the paper. Again, the more you put on your outline, the better off you will be, but it does have to be in this format on this document. Then you will go into body paragraph 2, same thing. Provide your topic sentence, provide your evidence. If you don't have 3 pieces of evidence, go ahead and delete C, but you are required 2 pieces of evidence per paragraph. You'll do that for body paragraph 3, body paragraph 4. If for whatever reason you need a 5th paragraph, you can use this. If you don't. Just delete it. And then the final thing I ask you to do is to write a full conclusion paragraph where you are really looking at both summarizing what you've talked about and answering that question of so what, like was talked about in the literary analysis quiz video that you watched earlier in the week. Now I want to look at a sample, and I'm going to download this document so that hopefully we can see it fully. So give me just 1 second. All right. So, well, that's not the document I wanted. Hold on just 1 second. Wrong one. Simple outline. There we go. So you will notice that the student did just what I said, copied and pasted the exact topic that he was working for his paper. Notice it looks a little bit different than yours. This is not a topic that is available for you to write about. Do not write about this topic. You didn't even read most of these stories. The only one you read was Honey Boy, so it wouldn't apply. Okay. Although it would apply to Honey Boy, it wouldn't to any of those. You didn't read any of those. Then he provides his thesis statement. In The Red Convertible, Louise Erdrich uses the physical object of the red convertible to symbolize the freedom, innocence, and brotherhood in Henry and Lyman's relationship, leaving readers with the notion that gradual loss of innocence is an inevitable part of growing up, and once it's gone, it may be gone forever. So this is his thesis statement. This is also the sample outline that went with the sample essay that I provided to you on the literary analysis topic page. I wanted to use the outline here so that you could see how they correlate. You'll notice he was able to use the thesis he wrote here in his final draft of his paper because this student put a tremendous amount of time into crafting an important, good, strong outline so that he could use a lot of that work. This, in most cases, does not happen this way, but I did want to draw your attention to that. So then we have his first topic sentence at the story beginning. Erdrich shows the readers that the red convertible represents Henry and Lyman's freedom and innocence. Then we get the examples he's chosen here. Then we get his next topic sentence. As the story progresses, readers see that there are several indicators that the purchase of the red convertible strengthened Henry and Lyman's bond as brothers. All of these are both analytical and connecting to the thesis. Then he has his examples. Then we have the next topic sentence, the examples, the next topic sentence, and the examples, and then a full conclusion that does a pretty good job. I think when he completed his final draft of his paper, he, had made some changes, but that's expected. It's something you should be doing. Something else that he is doing here is he's going ahead and pulling out his in-text citations for the quotes because this story has page numbers. And again, you didn't read this story, but this would apply to Honey Boy if you're writing about Honey Boy because we do have page numbers for that story. He included the author's last name and the page number. If you don't have page numbers, you would just include author's last name. The way that he has included his in-text citation here is correct. You have your close quote, then your parenthetical citation, author's last name, page number, then your punctuation. That's how that's supposed to look. Worth noting, if you don't have page numbers, you're just going to use author's last name to include your in-text citation here. Again, this is student work. It's not been edited in any way, shape, or form since the student submitted it. It was a good example. It's not perfect, and I want to make sure you understand you do not want to necessarily follow everything the student did. It's just a good example. The more time you put in now to coming up with a good thesis, writing a strong conclusion, coming up with strong topic sentences that support your thesis, and choosing examples that support your topic sentences, the better off you will be, the easier it's going to be over the next week while you're writing the actual essay, because again, this is a really short time period to write an essay because of the 6-week nature of this course. So I want you to use your time wisely here so that you can get as much feedback as possible and so that you are as prepared as you can be in going into writing that essay.